Hello, and hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Everett, and for today's video, we're going to be reacting to Finland versus USA Happiness Showdown.
Have you ever wondered why the small Nordic country Finland is ranked the happiest country in the world again and again? And
Yeah.
here's the surprising part.
This year too.
It beats powerful countries like the United States almost every year in the global happiness rankings. But how is that possible? The United States has a huge economy, global influence, and some of the richest people on Earth. Yet Finland, a country with only about 5.5 million people, consistently ranks higher in happiness. So
Yeah.
what is their secret? Let's break it down.
All
One
right.
of the biggest reasons is trust. In Finland, people trust their government, their institutions, and even strangers more than in many other countries. For example, if someone loses a wallet in Helsinki, there is a high chance it will be returned.
Oh.
This trust creates a peaceful society where people feel
Wow.
safe and less stressed. In contrast, many people in the United States often worry about crime, healthcare costs, or financial instability. And when people constantly feel uncertain, happiness naturally decreases. Another big difference is work-life balance.
Okay, so let's talk about trust and safety. I personally think that trust reduces stress and worry. And I mean, when you know the people around you are reliable and your environment feels safe, you don't spend energy second guessing everyone or everything. I mean, that mental space alone makes life feel lighter, and safety allows freedom to be yourself. What do I mean by that? I mean, feeling physically and emotionally safe lets you express your true self without fear or judgment or harm. And that freedom makes connections and experiences feel richer and more genuine. And of course, safety creates stability in daily life. So if you have a stability on a daily basis, then that can contribute a great deal to us, living a happy life. I just love this example. Like, if you find a wallet in Helsinki, chances are that, I mean, if you lose your wallet in Helsinki, chances are that somebody will give it back to you. I mean, it sounds to me like it's too good to be true, because if that happens in our country, I don't know. But I guess it still depends on the person. In my case, for example, when I buy something at a grocery store, and then the cashier gives me a wrong change, for example, let's say it's more than what I am expected to get, I give it back. I don't know, it's just my personality. So if you ask me, in the Philippines, well, some people can be trustworthy, some people can't, but we can't judge them, in my personal opinion, because they have their personal reasons. Okay, but anyway, wow, this is very interesting. Can you guys tell me in the comment section below whether you guys agree on this? One of the key factors why people in Finland are happy is, the quote-unquote trust and safety, which contributes a lot to living a happy life.
In Finland, work is important, but life is more important.
Okay,
Most
work-life
employees
balance.
get generous vacation time, shorter working hours, and strong worker protections.
Wow.
After work, people spend time with family, enjoy nature, or relax in saunas, which are a huge part of Finnish culture. Meanwhile, many Americans work longer hours and often struggle with burnout. When life becomes all about work, happiness can start to fade. Finland also has a powerful social safety system. Healthcare.
Okay, wait a moment. So I think, what's that again? Wait. Finland
also has a powerful social safety system.
Okay, maybe this one is social support and equality. But let's get back, guys, to what has just been mentioned, work-life balance. I completely agree that work-life balance is essential, especially in terms of living a life of such happiness, mainly because, number one, it prevents burnout. If work takes over your life, stress piles up, and energy drains fast. So Balancing work with rest and hobbies just keeps you refreshed and more effective in everything you do. And also, it can boost your productivity and creativity as well because counterintuitive as it sounds, working nonstop usually makes you less effective. And I am so jealous of you guys because it's a completely different case here in the Philippines. Now, I know some of you in the comment section are like, oh, okay, you don't understand anything. It's not true, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Circumstances contribute a lot to living a happy life. Let me give you one example. My mom has been working for the government here in our city for more than 15 years, maybe approaching 20 years. Can you believe it or not? She's turning 67 years old, but even to this day, my mom doesn't have pension benefits, health benefits, nothing. And she works on a no work, no pay basis. By that I mean if you don't work, you don't have any salary. Period. That is how difficult life is in the Philippines. And if you have a job like this, you're happy. Why? Because some other people want to be in your shoe. They want to be in your situation. So let me remind you guys, do not take your circumstances for granted because you never know what other people living in other countries are going through. Be thankful. Okay, let's move on.
Healthcare, education, and many essential services are accessible
Wow.
to everyone.
Wow.
Even if someone loses a job, the system helps them get back on their feet. Because of this,
We don't
people
have that
feel
in the
less
Philippines.
fear about the future. In the United States, while there are many opportunities, the cost of healthcare, student loans, and housing can create constant pressure from many
Gosh,
families.
I hate that.
And financial stress is one of the biggest enemies of happiness. Finland is also known.
Okay, let's talk about that. Social support and equality. I think that feeling connected reduces stress. Like when you have people who support you, for example, your friends or family and community and the government, it's easier to handle life's ups and downs. You know, I had a conversation with my older brother the other day, and he was like, who do you run to when you have a problem? I said, nobody. And he told me the same thing. That is why we have to keep working. My goodness, we are in the Philippines, it's like we are on our own. Well, lucky you if you're rich. You don't have to depend on the government in terms of these things. But anyway, Finnish people, Finns, you guys, I'm jealous. You have no idea.
For its incredible natural environment.
Oh.
Nearly 75% of the country is covered with forests, and there are thousands of lakes. Many Finns spend time outdoors, hiking, skiing, or simply enjoying quiet moments in nature.
I'm a music.
Studies show
I'm a
that
nature
spending
lover
time
too.
in nature reduces stress and improves
Aw.
mental health. In many large American cities, however, people live fast-paced lives with less connection to nature. Finland's education system is considered one of the best in the world. Students face less pressure, fewer standardized tests, and more focus on creativity. and
Fewer
well-being.
standardized
At the
tests?
same time, the country has strong equality policies. People feel that society is fair and that everyone has a chance to succeed. And when people feel treated fairly, their overall happiness increases. So the secret to Finland's happiness isn't just money. It's trust, balance, security, nature, and equality. Meanwhile, the United States...
Wait. Let me talk about education system. I'm not exactly sure about how education system is in other cities in the Philippines, but in our city, which is considered as one of the biggest cities in the Philippines, you know what? We only have 3 universities that offer free tuition fee. But before you can study in those universities, you have to compete with other students. Like one of my nephews took an examination in one of the most prestigious public universities here in our city. More than 25,000 students took the examination. Can you guess how many students can only avail the opportunity to study for free? 1,500. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that one of them is my nephew. Anyway,
States offers huge opportunities
that's
and
how
innovation,
hard
but many people
education
face
system in
higher
the Philippines
stress
is.
and financial pressure. The real lesson might be this: happiness isn't only about becoming richer. Sometimes it's about creating a society where people feel safe, supported, and connected. And now, I'm curious about your opinion.
Okay, now I think this is the end of this video, but I would like to talk about happiness. For me, if you ask me, wherever we live is not really like the main source of our happiness. Like you guys living in Finland, me living in the Philippines, some of our friends living in America. If you ask me, happiness is really a state of mind. It starts in our thoughts. Happiness isn't just about what happens around us. It's about how we interpret those events happening around us. I mean, two people can face the same situation but feel differently, very differently, because their mindset shapes the experience. But then again, guys, if you are under great circumstances, good circumstances, things that can be beneficial to you, you have no reason to complain. So to our friends from Finland, congratulations on winning 2026 World Happiest Country. Alright guys, let me know in the comment section below what you think of this video. Do you guys agree, disagree? Write whatever you want in the comment section below. I'm looking forward to reading your comments. So anyway guys, that's about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you like this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when my next video comes out. Peace out.